guys, how are you? Andy Suku, founder and CEO of Y2K Credit Solutions. So today I have a really important topic to talk to you guys about, and it has to do with student loans and the CARES Act, right? So there's a lot of controversy going around with the student loans and the forgiveness program when it comes to the Biden administration. They're talking about blocking it. COVID deferment is coming to an end January 2023. So there's a lot of things going on with the student loans that we're not really sure what's going to happen, where it's going to go, how it's going to work, right? So today an interesting situation happened, and then we started looking into it on behalf of a client that brought it to our attention. And a handful of our clients are in this situation right now, and it has to do with the CARES Act that was in place for COVID-19. And a lot of us probably didn't even read the fine print when it came to what was qualified or what's going to be covered in the CARES Act and what's not going to be covered. So for one thing that was covered is that student loans payments were deferred. You didn't have to make no payment, no interest was being applied to your loan. It was frozen, right? And it was extended in August, then September, and then it's extended till January 2023. And a lot of us was hoping for the forgiveness where we can get, the $10,000 written off. We either qualified for it to our, depending on our jobs, and certain schools also, the loans were forgiven under the lawsuit that went on with the sweet lawsuit. And it's a lot going on with this student loan. We're not sure where the direction is going to go to. One thing that happened was that with the CARES Act, yes, it did defer payments to student loans. You didn't have to make any payments, but it did not stop the credit reporting aspect of it. So basically, they're still reporting whether you're 30, 60, 90 days late, 120 days late, collection charge of whatever the issue was. However it's being reported, that was actually still being reported on your credit report. Now, today one of our clients reached out to us. His score was in the 760 range, and then he went to apply for a credit card. He got denied, and he got denied. One of the reasons was recent late. We looked back at his reports. There was no negative accounts. Like when I say accounts, I'm talking about like credit cards, some financial institution, loans. Nothing was being reported. However, his student loan was being reported as a collection account, not from active from this month, current from this month. They reported the whole previous year of collection reporting on the credit report, which dropped his score, which got him denied for the credit card. So we started looking into it for our client. Did some research. I mean, it kind of took a lot of time to do the research, but we did the research. We got to the bottom line of it. So if you remember a few months ago, we were telling you guys a lot of your student loans, 95% of your student loans will not be serviced by the original servicer. It's going to be handed over to a new servicer. And we advise you guys to make sure you call your student loan department to find out who's servicing your loan. So what happened, a lot of loans were with Fed loans, right? And so when we started doing the research, we reached out to Fed loans to find out what was going on with the student loans. Then we reached out to Department of Education, and it was a back and forth, because Department of Education didn't have all the correct information, but Fed loan did have that information. So what happened is that the negatives are being reported because the client still had the collection, even though he's not making any payments, the reporting did not stop. So this is what happened. This is what the client had to do. First, he had to call Fed Loans, right? Because Fed Loan was the original servicer. Fed Loan number is 1-800-699-2908. And all of you have to call that number if you have Fed Loans. Fed Loans has an automated system set up that if you put your social security number in, your zip code, and your date of birth, it's going to tell you who the new service provider is. 9 out of 10 times, it's going to be Department of Education. Now, once you get that information, you're going to call Department of Education, and their number is 1-800-621-3115. I'll put the numbers in the video as well for you guys. Now, what happens? Federal Department of Education is going to tell you that the CARES Act stopped payments, but does not stop the reporting of the loan. So if you have a negative or your collection charge off, whatever status you were, it's going to be reported. Now, if you're looking to purchase a home within the next year, you have to get these loans under control and put them in a payment plan. And there's only two options as per Department of Education. The first option is that you have to put the loan in an immediate rehabilitation program. That program consists of you supplying your 2021 tax return 1040, the first page and the second page signed. You're going to fax that over to the Department of Education, and their fax number is 903-454-2243. When you fax that over, they already know what it's for. They're going to review it. Then they're going to tell you in 10 days what your monthly payment plans are going to be for your student loans. Once you make the first payment, within 30 days, they're going to remove all of the collection reporting off your credit report, which is a good thing. So if you're looking to purchase a home, all that's going to be removed. Your score is going to go up. Your debt to income ratio is going to recalculate, and you're not going to have all those negatives reporting on your credit report. The stipulation behind that is, depending on your income, the payment could be high. You may or may not be able to afford it, right? The second option you have is doing an income-based repayment program, where you have to submit your tax return and you have to speak to the Department of Education, because there's a list of information they need from you and forms you have to fill out. You're gonna fill that out, submit it to them, and they're gonna put you on a 10-month forbearance payment. Sorry, not a forbearance payment, the forgiveness payment, right? And you're gonna make 10 months of payments. I might be saying the terminology wrong for that. But anyway, you're gonna make 10 consecutive on-time payments. Once you make that 10 payments, then they're gonna remove all the negatives out of your account, put your loan back in a positive status. But here's the thing that comes with that. The payments are gonna be minuscule, and that negative is gonna stay on your credit report for 10 months. So if you're looking to purchase a home, that may affect your buying power or your purchasing power or even your score, because it's still gonna report negatively. The best bet is the immediate care program payment plan to get into that, to clarify this whole issue in 30 days if you're looking to purchase a home. But I told you guys multiple times, make sure you call and find out who's servicing the loan, because you need to know. And look what's happening now. A lot of you guys are going to be having this negative reported on your credit report. So make sure you call those numbers that I provided. Also, if you haven't done so by now, you don't know what your credit report is reporting, or you don't know what's on your report, sign up to Score Navigator and get the all through reports so you can see exactly what's going on with your student loans. They're not sending any information out, so it's up to you to do the work and monitor it yourself. And this is why we talk so much about monitoring your credit, having a reliable program like Score Navigator to monitor your credit so you see what's going on in your credit at all times. But this is a big issue. I'm not sure how they're gonna fix it. For one, I'll tell you this, I don't see any forgiveness being handed out. They made, and that's why on the forgiveness portion of it, for the job, depending on your kind of work and what your education was, the field that your education was in, you may be able to get that forgiveness, X amount of dollars, and that ends October 31st, today, right? The application deadline ended today. So this is news to our ears. Like I said, we have a handful of clients that's been affected by this now, and so you have to get a hold of Student Loan Department of Education and rectify this issue. This is not something we can help you with. This is something you can help yourself with. I gave you the phone numbers who you have to call and what you have to say, what you have to do. If you have any questions about this video or want us to go over something with you, drop a comment below or give our office a call, and we're gonna try to help you out with this. All right, guys. Hope this information was helpful. Drop a comment if you like it, or if you need help with it, or if you have any questions, we'll be here to help you guys and answer your questions. All right, talk to you guys soon. Have a good day.